So welcome, Dr. Gautam Kumarja. Good afternoon.
Good
Hello,
afternoon.
good
Yeah.
afternoon. It's evening right now in Makassar, South Sulawesi. I hope it's comfortable because thank you very much for your available time to join us
Yeah, thank you. In
this
India, it is
afternoon.
late afternoon.
Oh yeah, I can see the lights from India.
Yeah, you can see like from my garden, backyard.
Oh nice, very beautiful weather. It's like seems like beautiful weather in India right now.
Yes, yes, it is getting colder now. It
Mm.
is 10 degree in the morning, and in the evening it is
Uh-huh.
16, 17.
Ah, okay. Right now in Indonesia, sometimes you get rain, sometimes like shining, so
Yeah, yeah.
unpredictable, some unpredictable weather.
Unpredictable weather. Yeah, no, no.
Yeah, I think Dr. Gautam Kumarja, am I correct to
Yes,
pronounce your name?
right.
Okay.
Correct.
I think several students here love Indian, so probably
Wow.
later we talk about Indian movies or Indonesian songs, and
Right.
of course with a lot of folklores. And
Yes.
it's very interesting to meet you here. So we will start a few minutes. I'm waiting for Azan. When Azan finish, we can start.
Sure, sure. Thank
Yeah, thank you.
you.
Okay. Yes. Well, we are about to start. So that's my voice clear. If
Very
it's
clear.
clear, you can give me thumbs up on your screen. Thank you, Dr. Gautam Kumar, and thank you, the participants. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we start the seminar, and in order to avoid any disturbance during the presentation, I would like to give several informations. The first, to facilitate networking and promote engagement and collaboration, participants will be expected to enable their video during the session. So if you are able to enable your video, so show us your excited face from your home, and then it will be great to talk later. And the second, to avoid disruptions and background noise, please mute yourself while you are not talking. The third, please make sure your screen name includes your name so we can identify you refers by your name. Fourth, please try to participate in quiet room, and thank you. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening from Makassar. Good afternoon to Dr. Gautam Kumarja in India. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Waude Surya Dharmadali, and it is a wonderful and precious opportunity for me to be your moderator for International Conference on English, Language and Literature, or ICELL, and Indonesian Japan International Interdisciplinary Seminar, or JIIS 2020, held by English and Literature Student Association, collaboration with Masika Ijmi or Majelis Sinergi Kalam Ikatan Cendekiawan Muslim. And I believe we will have outstanding presentation from our keynote speakers to enrich our insights and knowledge regarding the theme of the seminar. So in this session, we have two speakers, and allow me to introduce them by reading their profile. So the first is we will go to Dr. Gautam Kumarja. So I think it's very interesting for us, even though for me, when I'm looking type Dr. Gautam Kumarja on the Google, finally directly I can find from the internet. It's very easy to find your introduction and also what you have done. So, ladies and gentlemen, he is Dr. Gautam Kumarja, Center School of Special Center, Center for Chinese and Southeast Asian Studies, School of Language, Literature, and Culture Studies, and residence. Sorry, the email Gautam KJH KJHA at mail.jnu.ac.in. Qualification or educational background. He got his PhD, Political Islam in Indonesia, Center for Southeast Asia and Southwest Pacific, School of International Studies, JNU 2003. He got his Master Philosophy, Political Islam in Indonesia, Center for Southeast Asia and Southwest Pacific, School of International Studies, JNU in 1999, and the Master of Arts, School of Language, Literature, and Culture Study from JNU or Jawaharlal Nehru University, India in 1996. Area of his interest or specialization. The first is Islamization of Indonesia politics, the second Sufism and Sifa cult in Indonesia, and the third about Indonesian folklores. His experience, assistant professor Bahasa Indonesia in Jawaharlal Nehru University, India, since 5th September 2012 till present. And award or honors. The first, he got recipient of national level awards and token of appreciation from Indonesian Minister of Commerce by Professor Hartato for disseminating Indonesian language and culture in India in 1999. And international collaboration, wow. Bapak Dr. Gautam Komarja or Dr. Gautam Komarja already been in Indonesia since a long time. Agreement, he already doing a lot of collaboration with Indonesian. The first is agreement of collaboration between Jawaharlal Nehru University, India, and IAIN Bengkulu, Sumatra, Indonesia on June 2013. The second one is agreement of collaboration between Jawaharlal Nehru University and Stein, Salatiga, Indonesia, November 2013. The third, Memorandum of Understanding between JNU and Yogyakarta State University, Indonesia, January 2014. Hopefully in 2020, we can have a collaboration with UIN Alauddin Makassar. Best peer-reviewed publication, Pan-Islam and Indonesian Islam through the Ages, January 2012, Lambert Academic Publishing, GmbH and Co. KG, Germany, Indian Diaspora in Indonesia, Journal of the Organization for Diaspora Initiative, New Delhi, India. The second, Indonesia, Democracy, Islam and Modernity, New Delhi, July 2012. The third, Megawati Sharia and the Crisis in Indonesian Politics 2004, article number 1343, www.ipcs.org. So there are a lot of what Mr. Dr. Gautam Komarja done in Indonesia, and it is a great moment for us to having him talk about experiences and also listen from his presentation. Actually, also, we are going to have Dr. Chelotan Akas from Namdi Azikiwe University, Nigeria. And the next presentation, he will join us. So when he will in the room, I will read his profile. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are very excited waiting for Pak Gautam Kumarja and listen from his presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, here Dr. Gautam Kumarja, I will pass this floor to you, Pak. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, Ibu Baude. Your full name is Baude, and I forgot your full
Yes.
name.
Yeah,
Baude,
my full name is Waude Surya.
Baude
Generally,
Surya.
my
Yeah.
friends, yeah, my friends call me Dharma.
Oh,
But
Dharma.
generally, yeah, in
So
academic, they call me my first name.
Surya, Dharma, and Vaude. Vaude is your mostly, I think it's local name. It's your ethnic uh,
Yeah,
uh,
true.
identity, and Surya is your cultural identity. That is called,
Uh-huh.
we call it Indic identity. That
Yes.
is Indian. That is Indian identity.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So whenever I meet like Indian, they thought me that I am Indian.
You're Indian because your name is Surya. So
Yes.
I read about the topic of the presentation, mostly about English, and
Mhm,
though I was not completely prepared because only last night Pa Vekke connected with me about this
mhm,
today's program. But what I'll do is I'll talk about language
mhm,
as such, or the language, the
mhm,
teaching of languages, origin of languages in
mhm,
India, and how Indonesian language been impacted, and families of languages, and
mhm,
culture, because culture is also part of you know a language, because uh, each and every language belong to one particular culture, right?
mhm.
So we'll also
Yes.
talk about that. So I hope I'll present. Uh, I do not want to go in a very serious talk, but
Mhm.
I just want to know the type of audience. Are they apakah mereka dari S1 atau S2 atau S3, bagaimana mereka?
Okay, baik. So generally kalau saya lihat dari participants, rata-rata adalah mahasiswa. So, teman-teman, Bapak Ibu,
Yeah.
kalau misalnya join, silakan mengetik nama dan nama. Setelah itu
Yeah.
underscore status, bukan status perkawinan ya, status mahasiswa atau udah dosen.
Yeah.
Setelah itu asal dari mana? Jadi asalnya adalah walaupun sekolah ataupun kuliah di UI 6, tapi mungkin asal daerahnya dari Padang ataupun dari Bone, silakan. Ya. Jadi saya ulang kembali, nama underscore mahasiswa atau dosen atau peneliti, setelah itu asal dari mana. Oke, so contohnya ya, I will write down here.
Yeah, so I'll talk, and kalau mahasiswa atau mahasiswi tidak bisa mengerti apa yang saya sudah bicara, silakan jempol, memberikan jempol, or just you can interrupt me, because it is not I feel good if I am connected dengan audiens saya, so dan saya juga akan gunakan bahasa campur English dengan bahasa Indonesia, ya, so supaya lebih menarik, lebih komprehensif, ya. Saya akan membagikan screen saya, ya, desktop Microsoft PowerPoint, ya. Anda bisa lihat. Inilah evolution of learning of languages in India. Bagaimana bahasa-bahasa dikembangkan di India dan bagaimana bahasa-bahasa dari India mempengaruhi bahasa-bahasa Indonesia, kebudayaan Indonesia. Anda bisa melihat peta ini dan secara menjadi lebih komprehensif. Anda lihat di sini India. India adalah salah satu darat yang luar biasa, tanah yang luar biasa besar. Dan di barat India Anda bisa lihat sekarang Afghanistan, tapi di sejarah India, Afghanistan sampai ini perbatasan Persia adalah satu India. Dari sini sampai Jawa, Borneo, Malaysia, dan Indochina adalah salah satu India, namanya Greater India. Saya memberikan satu terminologi untuk Greater India sebagai Indic Belt. Dan Indic Belt Community, orang-orang di daerah ini, kita bisa menyebutkan Indic Belt Community bahwa ada banyak persamaan dalam kebudayaan, tradisi, dan juga hati nurani. Hati nurani nanti saya akan menjelaskan apa artinya hati nurani. Ya, itulah secara geografis explanation, dan daerah ini sudah penuh dengan samudera. Samudera Hindia, laut, Anda bisa lihat ini Indian Ocean, dan ada beberapa trade route. Ini, dan di zaman dahulu ada banyak orang-orang pedagang mulai dari sini, dan mereka melakukan perjalanan untuk perdagangan, dan Anda bisa lihat ada salah satu rute atau jalan laut namanya Malacca Strait, Selat Malacca, di pertengahan Sumatera dan Malaysia, Jawa. Tentang pulau-pulau besar ini seperti Malaya, Sumatera, Jawa, dan Borneo sudah disebut dalam buku-buku klasik India sebagai Mahabharata dan Ramayana. Ya, Ramayana sudah di tempat-tempat ini disebutkan dengan jelas-jelas sekali, luar biasa. Tempat Malaysia semua, Malaysia dengan Thailand sudah disebutkan sebagai Swarna Bumi. Swarna Bumi artinya bumi emas, keemasan. Dan Sumatera sudah disebutkan sebagai Swarna Dwipa. Dwipa artinya pulau. Artinya pulau emas. Dan Jawa disebutkan Jawa Dwipa. Jawa artinya sudah disebutkan dalam Jawa artinya dalam bahasa Indonesia Jawa Wood. Jawa Wood adalah semacam biji-bijian yang digunakan orang-orang apa itu adalah staple food sebagai makanan yang common.
Pokok.
Ya, makanan pokok. Makanan pokok, tapi di zaman dahulu saya tidak tahu apakah Jawa Wood masih di tani di sana atau tidak. Ya, itulah dan dengan perdagangan itu sudah kita tukar menukar beberapa sesuatu. Nah, biasanya orang-orang India melakukan perjalanan di daerah ini dengan bahan-bahan seperti sutra India dan bahan-bahan tembikar. Dan karena bahan-bahan tembikar buatan dari India dan bahan-bahan tembikar itu sudah disebutkan, saya belum punya sheet ini PPT, sudah disebutkan nama tempat dari mana itu bahan-bahan tembikar itu sudah dibuat. Berarti maksud saya, the trade between India and these areas, mainland India, I call it mainland India. Karena this all areas was under regions were under one cultural group called Indic Belt Group. So people from these islands used to go there, and from this island used to come there because there was no airways. There was only waterways, mostly waterways and landways. People used to travel together. And with this traveling, dengan perjalanan ini, mereka juga membawa kebudayaan India ke Indonesia, Sumatera, dan kebudayaan dari pulau-pulau ini juga masuk ke India. Berarti all this region became one region. And mungkin karena itu, you Indonesians love Indian movies, Indian film, Indian serials. Because of this, because there is a lot of commonality with culture.
Yes.
Indonesians love Indian culture because they have the same culture. They have same emotional, making, construction of emotions among Indonesians and Indians, the type of emotions. Because, see, emotions is also based upon your cultural system, your social system. Right. So, and your expression, Indians and Indonesians take long time and they express more their emotions than Europeans, than anyone else. And we also have so many formalities.
Yes.
Even kapan kita bertemu, kita punya banyak formalitas. Dan kapan kita cerai atau dipisahkan, ya, sampai jumpa, selamat tinggal, selamat jalan. Dan sebelum Anda selesai percakapan, mungkin Anda sudah menyampaikan 3 kali, 5 kali selamat jalan, selamat tinggal, selamat jalan, selamat tinggal, bye-bye. Ya, so this is imbibed in our culture. Ini sudah di darah kita. Yeah. So that is the reason we all, even in all these regions, they love Indian movies, Indian serials, because through this way, they think that they have a lot of commonality and similarity. Commonality and similarity, and they try to connect with their thinking process. That's called hati nurani in that. The way Indonesians, Malaysians, and Thailand people, mostly Indonesian and Thailand, they reciprocate mencerminkan budaya-budaya India, saya pikir orang India tidak mencerminkan budaya India seperti itu. Contohnya, Ramayana. Bagaimana Ramayana dicerminkan dari budaya India, budaya Indonesia? Dalam bentuk ukiran, dalam bentuk tari-tarian, dalam bentuk wayang. Saya pikir luar biasa dan saya terima kasih. Terima kasih pada Indonesia untuk menghidupkan, untuk melindungi warisan-warisan kita. Yeah. Now, come on the language. I tell you a little bit about the language part. Ya, India adalah 2,4% dari permukaan darat dunia. Sebagai contohnya saya sudah sebutkan petanya. Anda bisa lihat darat yang luar biasa besar dan ini adalah 2,4% dari permukaan darat dunia. Dan 16% of the world's population adalah 16% dari semua populasi penduduk dari seluruh dunia. 16%. Indonesia mungkin hanya 4%. Ya. Dan penulisan bahasa muncul di India jauh lebih awal daripada banyak peradaban lainnya dari zaman peradaban lembah Indus lebih dari 4.000 tahun sebelumnya. Peradaban lembah Indus, namanya Indus Valley Civilization, juga disebutkan sebagai Mohenjo-daro dan Harappa. Nah, sekarang kita sudah menemui satu peradaban namanya Rakhi-Garhi. Rakhi-Garhi. Rakhi-Garhi itu sudah sekitar 6.000 tahun, sudah peradaban itu punya umur 6.000 tahun. Sebelum Masehi. 6.000 tahun sebelum Masehi. India juga menyaksikan kemunculan beberapa sistem penulisan besar seperti Brahmi dan Kharoshthi sekitar tahun 500 tahun sebelum Masehi. Selama periode kerajaan Chola, aksara Pallawa secara langsung mempengaruhi mayoritas aksara Asia Tenggara termasuk Thailand, Jawa, dan Bali, Burma, dan beberapa aksara di seluruh Asia Tenggara. Saya pikir 99% aksara yang digunakan sekarang di seluruh Asia Tenggara itu muncul dari aksara Pallawa. Dan Pallawa adalah kerajaan di India Selatan di sini. Anda bisa lihat kursor saya ya, India Selatan di sini. Nanti saya akan bicara kalau ada satu kuliah lagi, nanti saya akan bicara hubungan di antara kerajaan Barat atau India dan kerajaan Jawa Sumatera Barat. Karena dahulu Jawa, Sumatera, Borneo, Malaysia tidak adalah negara bangsa. Mereka ada kerajaannya dan perbatasan kerajaannya mungkin rubah setelah satu raja atau dua raja yang lain akan datang, perbatasannya juga jadi besar dan kecil. Slide yang ketiga. Saat ini India adalah negara yang memiliki nomor buku, penulis, dan rumah penerbitan terbesar dengan setidaknya 70.000 judul baru diterbitkan setiap tahun. 70 judul baru diterbitkan setiap tahun. Dan itu dinikmati oleh lebih dari 600 juta pembaca buku di India. 600 juta pembaca. Selain anak-anak di SD, SMP, SMA ini saya maksud saya 600 juta pembaca itu orang-orang dewasa. Anda bisa membayangkan universitas kami punya perpustakaan dengan 9 lantai. 9 lantai dan perpus kami buka 24 jam.
Wow.
Perpustakaan kami buka 24 jam dan kapan Anda pergi mengunjungi perpustakaan kami, Anda bisa lihat minimum 100 sampai 500 mahasiswa sedang dibaca buku studi.
Wow. Amazing.
Ya, itulah
Keren banget,
suasana
Pak. Keren.
ya, suasana pendidikan di India. Dan bentuk komunikasi paling awal di India tercermin, dan saya mau sedikit mencerminkan sejarah India. Bentuk komunikasi, karena bahasa muncul. Maksud bahasa artinya komunikasi. Bentuk komunikasi paling awal di India tercermin dalam teks-teks seperti Rig Veda, di Brahmana dan Upanishad di sekitar 2000 tahun sebelum Masehi. 2000 tahun sebelum Masehi. Karena sampai ini kita sudah punya buku-buku ini. Karya-karya paling awal diciptakan untuk dinyanyikan atau dibacakan dan diwariskan secara lisan dari generasi ke generasi sebelum menulis. Karena waktu itu kita tidak punya cara menulis. Dan bagaimana mereka wariskan semua buku-buku seperti itu. Mereka wariskan semua buku-buku di otaknya sebagai secara lisan. Mereka menghafal semua buku-buku.
Wow.
Dan konstitusi India mengakui 22 bahasa utama India. Berarti kami punya 22 bahasa nasional di India yang sekarang digunakan. Kalau Anda pergi ke Gujarat, ada bahasa lain. Kalau Anda pergi ke Mumbai, ada bahasa lain. Tapi film-film harus dibuat, banyak kan film dibuat dalam bahasa Hindi. Kalau Anda pergi ke Bihar, bahasa lain, Bengal lain, Assam bahasa lain. Tapi kalau Anda sudah mengerti bahasa Hindi, sudah tahu dengan baik, Anda bisa mengerti setiap bahasa ini. Ya, Anda bisa mengerti setiap bahasa ini. Dan nah, saya mau sedikit bicara tentang keluarga bahasa India. Karena ini tentang bahasa Inggris, bahasa yang digunakan di kawasan Asia Selatan termasuk dalam setidaknya 4 keluarga bahasa utama. Asia Selatan, tidak hanya mungkin di Pakistan juga, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan. Setidaknya 4 keluarga bahasa utama, satu adalah Indo-Eropa. Sebagian besar termasuk subcabang namanya Indo-Arya atau Indo-Aryan. Yang dua namanya Dravida. Dravida adalah punya satu bahasa namanya Kannada, Telugu, dan Tamil. Ada 3 bahasa. Dan yang ketiga Austroasiatik. Dan yang keempat Sino-Tibet. Hampir sepertiga dari bahasa ibu kita, 574 bahasa milik keluarga bahasa Indo-Aryan. Nanti saya akan bicara apa artinya Indo-Aryan. Dituturkan oleh 73 dari orang India. Dravidian punya 24%, Tibeto-Burman family punya 0,73%, Austroasiatic mempunyai sekitar 6,9 juta. Sebuah teks Buddha dari sekitar 320 sebelum Masehi memberikan referensi tentang 64 aksara utama di India dan sampai sekarang sekitar 90% aksara ini masih digunakan di seluruh India. Bahasa adalah salah satu seperti salah satu kendaraan. Kendaraan seperti bisa transportasi warisan kita. Bahasa mencerminkan kearifan lokal kita. Bagaimana bahasa cerminkan kearifan lokal kita? Saya akan memberikan salah satu contoh yang kecil. Adalah seorang ibu punya bayi sekitar umurnya masih 3 bulan. Dan dia terus nangis keras karena dia sakit. Sakit apa? Sakit perut. Dan anak-anak seperti bayi seperti usianya 3 bulan, kalau dia nangis keras, orang-orang lain tidak bisa mengerti kenapa dia terus menangis keras. Mungkin ibunya sudah mengerti. Ya masalahnya apa? Sakit perut atau ceret apa-apa. Dan ada sekitar 20 tipe sakit perut bayi seperti 3 bulan, 4 bulan yang mengalami di usianya. Dan ada bahasa-bahasa kami, setiap penyakitnya ada nama yang dijelaskan dalam bahasa kita. Ya, dengan suaranya, ibunya bisa mengerti dia punya masalah apa. Dia terus nangis, dan kadang-kadang dia sedikit keras dan sedikit jadi lembah dan keras lagi, sedikit lembut, keras lagi, sedikit lembut. Berarti dia punya masalah gas. Dan dalam bahasanya dia bisa menjelaskan. Ada terminologi dalam bahasanya. Dia bisa menjelaskan kepada dokter. Kenapa? Dengan tradisi, dengan kearifan lokal, ibunya sudah biasa mengalami masalah-masalah seperti itu, dan mereka juga sudah punya obat tradisi. Contohnya, ada kelompok atau suku di Jawa atau Makassar, Sulawesi, mana-mana yang punya obat-obatan tradisi. Bagaimana mereka akan membuat obat-obatan dari temulawak atau jahe, beberapa Indonesia punya jahe yang besar-besar macam-macam. Dan setiap jahe punya sifat obat-obatan. Dan dengan tradisi kami, dengan bahasa lokal kami, kita sudah punya metodologi membuat obat itu. Dan kalau bahasanya sudah hilang, berarti kearifan lokal, pengetahuan obat-obatan, medicine tradisi, sudah juga dihilang. Kalau kita bisa melestarikan setiap bahasa lokal di daerah kita, daerah kami, berarti kalian atau kita bisa melestarikan setiap kearifan lokal. Every local wisdom, if we preserve it, our knowledge base, base pengetahuan terjadi besar dan besar. Nah, itu saya mau sudah sampaikan. Dan bahasa, ya, bahasa, saya masih punya waktu ya. Anda bisa remind me how much time.
Ya, saya chat Pak. Nanti saya chat private.
Ya, please.
Untuk waktu ini.
Ya, seperti saya sudah sampaikan, that we have different families like this. It was I'm liking it was Indo-European. And I showed you the first slide. You come India. If you kalau Anda pergi masih barat lagi dari India, Anda akan menemui Afghanistan, Arabia, dan Rusia, dan negara-negara Eropa, Egypt, beberapa negara. Dan di zaman dahulu banyak orang dari seperti Eropa ya masuk ke daerah ini, India dan di negara-negara ini. Karena itu kalau Anda pergi ke India Barat, Anda akan mengalami orang-orang lebih putih, lebih kuat, dan lebih gede daripada orang-orang ke India Tenggara. Dan bahasanya juga dipengaruhi. Dan seperti ini yang saya sudah sampaikan, ada Indo-European menjadi Indo-Aryan. Indo-Aryan. Berarti kalau Anda baca bahasa Jerman atau bahasa Inggris, bahasa Persia, dan bahasa Sanskrit. Sanskrita, you call it Sanskrita in Sanskrita. Sanskrita.
Or Sanskrit.
Sanskrit. Dan bahasa Hindi. Dan ada bagaimana ada pengaruhan dalam bahasa Indonesia dan I will highlight bahasa Hindi. Atau bahasa Jawa, bahasa Indonesia, dan beberapa bahasa Indonesia. Bali, mana Anda pergi, tetapi kalian tidak bisa mengenalkan. Seperti ada namanya Surya. Ya, Surya, dan banyak kata-kata Anda akan menemui Krishna, Sutrisno, Soeharto, Soekarno, Megawati, beberapa kata-kata itu dari bahasa Sanskerta. Nah, dan saya memberikan seperti dalam bahasa Inggris ada father, ya. Dalam bahasa Persia ada pedar. Father artinya ayah, ya. Dalam bahasa Sanskertanya namanya Pitri. Pitri. Dalam bahasa Hindi, Pita. Bahasa Jawa saya belum tahu. Bahasa Indonesia juga ada ayah. Mungkin kalau kita meneliti, pasti akan menemui dekat itu. Dan seperti dalam bahasa Inggris, English mother, dan Persian ini jadi mother, dan Sanskrit jadi matri, dan Hindi jadi juga matri. Seperti ini. Berarti keluarganya sama. So that's why we said we all are one people. We are not different people, right? So this is,
Yes.
but if you go to Indonesia and see Indonesian language, you will find amazing words of Sanskrit has overlapped, and they have influenced so many things in Indonesia. Like new words, you say swafoto.
Yeah.
It's a very new word, swafoto.
Swafoto. Selfie.
Yeah, Sanskrit is like self-photo. Self-photo, or you say selfie. Self-photo or self-image. Swa means self. Swa means self, and image means photo. Photo means image.
Yeah.
So Indonesian used one Sanskrit and one English. Right. So similarly, but if you see, there are a lot of Sanskrit words which Indonesians sometimes do not use in its exact form the way it is used in the mainland in India. As I already explained, that this region, right, I call it this geographical region, now become a mainland. And this geographical region become the part of this mainland.
Yeah. Sorry,
Right? That's
Dokter.
why
Sorry.
part of this
Yeah.
bagian mainland ini.
Excuse me, Bapak Dr.
Because I
Gautam,
call
just
you this is Indic belt. So please.
yeah. Excuse me, Bapak Dr. Gautam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
we will have 3 minutes left. Thank you.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
3
we'll have
minutes left.
the
Okay. So, and I tell you, there have been great cordial relation between India and Southeast Asian countries. Dalam India, we have Gupta period, mulai dari 240 Masehi, setelah Masehi, dan sampai 550 Masehi. Dan with this period juga disebutkan sebagai golden period dan punya hubungan perdagangan yang kuat dengan Sri Lanka, Burma, dan negara-negara Asia Tenggara lainnya. Dan juga ada namanya Maurya period. Dengan Maurya period adalah salah satu raja namanya Ashoka. Mungkin orang-orang Indonesia suka serial Ashoka sekarang. Dengan Ashoka Anda bisa membayangkan how
yes.
both the countries,
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So the concept kerajaan juga muncul dari India ke daerah-daerah Indonesia dan Asia Tenggara. Dan kerajaan dalam Pallawa, Anda bisa lihat aksara Brahmi sangat mempengaruhi sebagian besar aksara di Asia Tenggara. Ini Anda bisa ini membayangkan. Ini aksara dari mana? Apakah Anda bisa mengenalkan? Aksara dari mana? Mirip dengan aksara Thailand, aksara Bali, aksara Jawa kuno.
Iya, betul.
Right?
Betul, Pak. Iya, betul. Agree. Ya.
Ya, dan ada kerajaan Cholas dari 300 sampai 1279 masih melakukan perluasan wilayah jajahnya dari Burma, Thailand, Malaysia, Sumatera, dan bagian Indonesia lainnya. Ya, so with this kita sudah punya hubungan dengan baik sekali dengan dari India ke Indonesia, dan karena ada singkat waktu, there are a lot of things that we must learn, and English I think English is good because Indonesian culture is less sold culture. Orang-orang Indonesia belum pergi ke luar negeri seperti orang-orang India, dan karena orang Indonesia, saya pikir they were very happy in their own land, they did not want to go. But the way Indians went, Indians sold their culture outside. The Indonesian should also come out because there are a lot of textbooks, you know, knowledge, traditions, and culture that Indonesian can sell it to other countries with a learning English. For English language is in fact a very difficult language for Indonesia. Why? Because for us, for Hindi, I told you, the grammatical pattern, structure of Hindi is very close to pattern of Indo-European languages. It may be Spanish, it may be Portuguese, it may be German, it may be Italian, any language. But for Indonesian, because Indonesian is very new language. Bahasa Indonesia is very new language compared to Bahasa Jawa and other Bahasa Sumatra, other, definitely. So Indonesian government should have, accepted all this language, local languages, and should have developed all these local languages. So that the knowledge tradition, which is the part of this language, also reserved and preserved. And then they're supposed to be, like I told you, if you know bahasa Sunda atau bahasa Indonesia, Anda bisa belajar bahasa Jawa cepat. Mungkin bahasa Kendari atau bahasa Makassar. Ada banyak bahasa ya di Makassar? Ada bahasa lokal?
Ada bahasa lokal.
Local. So this local languages is a great source of knowledge. So this is what I wanted to convey. Dan kalau ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan, saya akan siap.
Okay, it's very interesting presentation from the Bapak Dr. Gautam Kumarja. So we are not only learning about language, culture, Indonesian culture, but also Indian culture. So there are a lot of things. I'm speechless because I'm a person that really love literature, culture, and language. So that the most important that I can highlight is the question is right now, how many local language that you can speak? Can you speak your local language in order to keep the local wisdom, in order to introduce it to abroad? Because we have we are rich of cultures. Okay, now I'm happy and to announce that Mr. Dr. Cholotan Akas from Namdi Azikiwe University, Nigeria, already join us. And I would like to welcome. Good afternoon, sir. That's my voice. Is that clear?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, it is 1 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, in Nigeria. Okay. Because I can see the lights there, so I think it must be really like afternoon there. Yeah. So, Mr.
Afternoon.
Okay. So before I invite Bapak Dr. Cholotan Akas, Mr. Akas. Can I call you Mr. Akas or Mr. Nicholas?
Yes, that's fine. Okay.
Okay. So I would like to read your profile first to introduce to our participants. He is Mr. Akas Nicholas Cholotan. His nationality Nigerian. Home address is Maria State, Tier A, Auka. And the email nico_cherrygo@yahoo.com. Substantive post, lecturer second, faculty arts and department theater arts. Academic qualification or educational background, he got his MA or theater arts from Namdi Azikiwe University, Auka, 2010, and Bachelor of Arts, Theater Arts, Namdi Azikiwe University, Auka, 2005. Relevant experience, he is the lecturer to Theater Arts Department in UNIZIK, start from 2010 until present. And the second one, he's also radio presenter, program manager, UNIZIK FM, since 2010 until present. And then he also radio presenter, Purity FM Auka in 2009. He was stock control manager at Globacom Telecom Ltd in 2008, and he was a programmer manager, New World F in Wall Street, and ongoing PhD research. Now he's doing his ongoing PhD research on indigenous dance as a tool for community mobilization. MA research work, the place of Semitic in contemporary Nigeria, dance, a study of harvest of goodwill and dance of sorrow in 2010, and BA project work, dance as a means of cultural presentation, a study of Ogo Dance Festival in Imo State. And creative output, he already written a lot of some journals, Akas Nicholas Dance as a metaphor for sustainable development, dance psychological tool for child development in AUKA, and also Akas Nicholas expressing indigenous knowledge through dance, African Journal of History and Culture. So I can see that it's about dance, arts as your educational background. And we have a lot of written here articles and conferences attended. He joined Faculty of Art Conference in 2010, Pro-Life Senior Seminar at Conference 2010, and Faculty of Arts Conference Namdi Azikiwe University Alpha. And there are a lot of conference that he already joined. And the awards, he was a best student, friendly lecturer in 2010, and he was the best choreographer in 2010, and best orator for Student Union Government in 2010, and best radio presenter in Music FM. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Shelton Akas from Namdi Azikiwe University, Nigeria. He will present the topic, Our Culture Must Be Preserved in Literature, the Way Forward. But I just want to let you know that later we are going to have the question session. So make sure you can already note the question that you are going to refer to the first speaker and also our second speaker. Mr. Nicholas Akas, we will pass this floor to you. Time is yours.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can hear me. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, sir.
You can hear me. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Akas Nicholas Chilukaman from Nigeria. I will start by apologizing for not logging in on time because of network issue back here in Nigeria. It's not an intentional thing, but I promise not to do that again. Well, I will start by saying I'm highly privileged to be talking to scholars and great minds in Indonesia, trying to look at English language and literature. That is one aspect that we cannot run away from. There is no country that exists or that existed without their language and also without their literature and without the command of speaking. That's the reason why I might not be 100% fluent with activities of things in Indonesia and that of India, but at least I'm trying to look at how we look at things in general. That's why I titled my paper, Our Culture Must Be Preserved in Literature and the Way Forward. Am I still there? Hello? Are you hearing me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, so that's why I titled my paper, Our Culture Must Be Preserved in Literature and the Way Forward. From back here in Nigeria, there is one thing that is indispensable that you people over there might not know. Nigerians cannot do without Indian film. They are so addicted to Indian film, and also whether they understand the language or not, or they enjoy what they are watching. Okay?
Thank you. And
Thank you,
in India, your famous writer Chinua Achebe is really very, very famous, and they use like textbook in India.
Yes,
it is a very, very famous
book. So here here in Nigeria, whether we understand the language or not, they enjoy Indian film. There are so many scenarios. I'm going to give an example. We have had families who, in one way or the other, try to have this understanding. But the wife was cooking in the kitchen, and they have this peculiar Indian film going on. Okay, maybe she was so carried away with the film that the food got burnt. So the husband got angry that why must we be so engrossed in Indian film and the rest of them? I grew up as a child in Nigeria loving Indian film. Okay, I can't do without it. There's this film they call Mad of those days. There's this film they call Jamina. I don't know if I can pronounce the names well. They have a lot of them that we have watched. But then now the question is, we enjoy all those things, but some of us here, we don't understand the language. Okay, before the issue of trying to transcribe the indigenous language, the English language, okay, people just watch just to understand the aesthetics, just to watch the lips move and we smile and we are okay. We don't even understand what they are trying to say, but we enjoy what we are watching because of that unity in diversity. That's why I said our culture must be preserved. Now, what are the three ways that we can preserve our culture? That's it, like what the first speaker said. I listened to him talk. I really appreciate the presentation. I listened to him, and he said that India and Indonesia are like twins that cannot be without each other. That Indians love Indonesia and Indonesia love India. So they do things in common. And from the little knowledge I've browsed in the 20th century, anywhere in literature, that is when the real creative writing came into play. You know, if you follow the history of literature from the Renaissance era to the era of from the medieval era down to the Renaissance era, when man decided to pull out from the dogmatization of the church, trying to pinpoint them in one place. So I'm trying to ask, what are the ways that we are going to preserve our culture, from not going into extinction? For example, the doc said something, the first presenter, no matter how we try to make use of an indigenous language, the core language, which is English, still stands as a paramount. It stands as something that we cannot run away from. I don't know, some of us, like we in Nigeria, we are being colonized by Britain, so our language, English, is our lingua franca, is our official language we cannot run away from. Okay? No matter how the indigenous languages are, is over there in Indonesia, English is sounds as paramount. That's the reason why the university is the brainchild, is the engine room of any country. That is the reason why the scholars in the university, they stand to preach what it means to communicate. Remember, like what Doc said, Chinua Achebe, why we appreciate Chinua Achebe all over the world is because of that communication. He was able to simplify his language, the garage minimum, and anybody can understand that wonderful novel we call Things Fall Apart. So the language is of a great essence. There are some of us who speak English, maybe like those in India and those in Indonesia, those who are from the native, who speak the indigenous language. We don't expect them to be too fluent with English language. But that doesn't mean that we laugh at them when they try to make, some explanations, or when they want to present something. We try to look, or we try to dehumanize them because they cannot speak the language. No, the language is the engine room. There are some people that they know what to say, like those in academics. You might see students that they find it very difficult to write. They cannot write very well, but they can express themselves. Okay? There are some who can write very well, but when you place them to give a lecture or a keynote address like the one we are doing now, they find it very difficult. So in a situation like that, you begin to ask yourself, what is the problem? The problem might be the person's orientation and background. like from those in Indonesia and those what they are known for. So if that person eyes to English language, it's very difficult to switch over to English language. It becomes an issue. So what do? It's not left for the teacher that he or she will pass through to also combine that indigenous language. Remember, I said our culture must be preserved. One, for us to preserve our culture, we must first of all appreciate the one we have. You cannot say something is bad without even appreciating that which you think is good. So first of all, appreciate the one you have. So once you can actually begin to teach the person to understand what English is all about. I give an example of my country, Nigeria, that we love Indian food without understanding what the language is all about. We love the aesthetics, we love the dance, we love the singing. At the point, most of us started dressing like the Indians. We started costuming ourselves like them. We try to mimic them the way they place their tongue and the rest of them. Because we appreciate the culture, because we appreciate the unity and diversity, and that is it. So the English language is superb, but for us to get it right, we must first of all understand that everybody is not expected to speak like me or to speak like the first speaker. We must start from the local language. And that's the reason why I appreciated his form of presentation. He started from with the indigenous language and also blend it a little bit with that of English language. So once we appreciate what we have, then we can now move over to what to bring the universal form of communication to the English. And the next thing is language. How do we do with our language? Because I'm from Nigeria, we have Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, everything and the rest of that. And I have somebody who is coming from Indonesia or somebody who is coming from India, and because I cannot understand the language, I begin to look down on that person. Scholarly wise, it's not good. We must appreciate our language. First of all, tell yourself the person you are meeting, okay, is not from same tribe with you. That's what I call the 4 W's in language. The 4 W's of what, where, when, and what, who. Once we understand these 4 W's in language, we can now move on. What? The person talking, what does he or she wants to say? That is where the word, the communication comes into play. There are some here in Nigeria, sorry, I'm using my country, I hope I'm not, but there are some who find it very difficult to express themselves. But once you understand what they want to say, you begin to use your idea to put one or two things together. That is where the first W of word comes into play. The next one of where. What is the environmental factor that triggers such language? There are some things that on a very good day, you might think that something that's maybe a little bit passive. You don't see anything bad in it. But some persons might pick offense in it. That is where the issue of what? Where? What are the environmental factors? What are the things that link to that discussion? Then, if you cannot understand that language, where we find it very difficult to understand Indian things then because of the environmental factors, that we know that when somebody is about to, when there's an emotional action in Indian film, we start crying. When there is something coming up, they start singing. When there is a particular dance movement, it shows love, it shows reception, things that where comes into play. Then the issue of when, for those who are conversant with literature, that's what Aristotle will always tell you. Aristotle says in literature, in writing, there are three things you must look at. Look at the place, the action, and the word, and the time. The place, the action, and the time. So, what exactly gives rise to that? That's where the issue of what comes into play. What is the time factor? What is the thing that we think that will link from A to B to do something, or that trigger a particular reaction? Then the last one, which is who is involved? Remember, if for those in literature, there is in tragedy, they say character in tragedy, how do they say it? That action can exist with a character, but a character cannot exist without an action. So who is the person involved? What are we trying to look at? There must be something, there must be an engine room that we are operating on. So once we know those things, we begin to value the essence of language. But there are some people that I think that we can wake up and say, no, you don't need to kill other people's culture. People in Indonesia can go to maybe visit India and start looking down on them because of language. Or maybe somebody from India going to Indonesia because you don't understand, no matter how elected you are, you start thinking that what that person is saying does not have any meaning or is not even making sense. No. You need to understand these 4 W's of communication. And once we get that, then we are heading somewhere. Remember, we must, from my part, preserve our culture somewhere. Then the next one is the almighty literature. That's what we're looking at. Remember, our forefathers, they have the way they preserve literature in those days. And one major thing for us in theater arts, for us in humanity, is the oral literature. How many of our parents are still telling our children the core oral tradition of who we are or what we are? Because of Western, because of digitization, because of innovations and the rest of them, people are now running away from the oral tradition. When I mean oral tradition, where we meet our aged parents to sit us down and tell us what happened before they get back to them, before their forefathers, then say, oh, but because we are well educated, because we do more research, aside those in academic, a lot of children cannot tell the folktales, the indigenous folktale story. They cannot tell the stories they cannot even narrate things. So that is where the problem is. So for us to get the literature, we need to go back to the oral tradition. For those in Indonesia, they cannot, from research everywhere online, they appreciate oral tradition. They love it so much. So if we can cherish our oral tradition, we need to reawaken it. I'm not there. I'm not in Indonesia and I've not been to India before, but I pray one day I will be there. Physically, not too soon. Let's begin to look at what it means to preserve our oral tradition. Let's begin to understand what it means to gather the children, the young ones. Like my country will always say, the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Same everywhere. And begin to tell them the oral tradition. Remember, when you want to write a fictional story,
Excuse me, sir.
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There is like sound nearby you. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, that's the sounds better now because I was listening.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me well now? Okay.
Okay.
So that's what we are trying to say. So we need to take back our children to understand the essence of oral tradition, to value it and begin to tell them the core indigenous story. Because we're looking at literature. For those who are into creative writing, into fictional writing, you cannot write out of abstraction. Your environment is your motivating force. The environment you are triggers your perception of what you want to work on. The teaching part of Chinua Achebe is an indigenous setting of what happens in Igbo land. You know, what happened before the coming of the white men and how what Africans try to do their own thing before the invading of the white people in quotes. Then, how else again do we preserve our literature? We begin to look at, there are people we call the praise singers of those days. Like those in Indonesia, they call them the priest singer. Or here we call them the praise singer. Because they try to use music to preserve our indigenous culture. There's a tribe here in my country, like the village where I'm from. There's one tradition that we normally do yearly. And they have this song. If they mention your name in that song, and they will use that song to say how good you are in the community. If you're not doing well, they will still use that same song to also castigate you. So people don't want their name to be castigated through that name. They want them to say good things about them. They want their name to be presented in a good light. So they do everything possible to avoid those praise singers. There are some of them. How many of us are still eager we preserve our indigenous literature through praise singing, or what we call the praise singers, those who are upholding our core tradition on the way it's supposed to be. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
No,
Are you hearing me, ma?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Okay. So these are the things we're looking at. I'm looking at the literature. I've said something on English. I've said something on language. Now let's go to the ultimate one we call the storytelling. For those in theater arts, for those in English language, we cannot run away from storytelling. Storytelling is where we text our creative ingenuity. The
Yeah.
films we watch on TV, the radio dramas we listen to, and the rest of them is an act of storytelling. And because of we want to maintain our act of storytelling in literature, that is why the oral tradition is highly indispensable. We cannot run away from it. In
Yeah.
storytelling, we begin to bring in the four W's I mentioned earlier to understand what gave rise to a particular story.
Yeah. Excuse
Remember,
me,
in the world of
Dr. Nicholas Akas, um we have 2 minutes left, and then we'll
okay,
open the.
I'm concluding now with storytelling.
Yes.
Okay, in that storytelling, you understand what made us who we are and where we're coming from. Remember, you cannot tell any story in abstraction. Something ignite, trigger that desire for you to tell the story. So once you understand where you're coming from, then you can now tell where you're going to. Remember, is your ability to tell your story well gives you a form of cultural identification.
Yeah.
But what Doc, the earlier presenter, said, if Chinua Achebe did not present the Igbo persons in Nigeria, we cannot appreciate him. So I'm trying to say in this conference, in conclusion, that with English, language and literature, whether in Indonesia, in India, wherever you find yourself, find a possible means to document who you are, to project who you are, and find a way to defend who you are. Thank you.
Wow. Oh, that's very interesting presentation. That's very, I think, because right now we have a lot of students from English and literature department, and just to inform you that in they have also the subject for English literature for children, and it is amazing to listen to how is storytelling and how is the literature will be served, because uh, if we can collaborate with the first speaker, that it is come together, that culture, literature, and also the culture. Okay, so I just got the information from the first speaker, Dr. Gautam Kumarja. He couldn't join. He has to leave because he has to done his activities. So whenever you have questions, you may chat me private, or you can give to the committee. Or you can chat directly to his Twitter. So now we will come to the session, questions and also discussion. If you have questions or comments about our cultures must be preserved in literatures, please let me know. Just raise up your hand or mute yourself, unmute yourself. So for this session, we only have 2 questions from the participants. Yeah, anyone wants to ask a question? Click, click, click. Okay, anyone want to have if you have a questions directly, just raise up your hand or you just unmute yourself. I think Helawati, really excited to have a questions. Helawati, yes, you can go first, Helen. Okay, so I will start because I also have questions. I'm very interesting with the cultures, literature, especially storytelling. When I was graduated from when I took my master degree in in literature, English literature. I took folktale from Toraja. So my questions here I just wonder how is there any like how is a Nigerian literature, how Nigerian keep their literature to the kids, because right now we have digital, like we have mobile phone, we have computer. So generally when the kids want to listen, just open your laptop and then go to YouTube and you can hear it. But I just wonder how is Nigerian keep their tradition, telling their kids about storytelling or their uh, local wisdom. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's a very nice question. Trying to know how Nigerians take literature to the kids. Okay.
Mhm.
Is that your question?
Yes, that's my question.
Yeah. Yeah. Recently in Nigeria, where we use drama and form of oral tradition to tell the story. I won't lie to you, in my country, we have not gotten so advanced of trying to digitalize our storytelling. Okay, we have not gone that far, but in the university where I lecture, I'm a
Mhm.
senior lecturer where I lecture. There's a course we call theater in education. In that
Mhm.
theater in education, it's strictly for the children. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
in that theater in education, we can do drama in two forms. We can do drama for the children, and also we can do drama with the children. So for now, we have
Mhm.
not digitalized our storytelling. No, we are still trying to have face-to-face contact with the children.
Mhm.
For those so take the story to them, trying to
Mhm.
conscientize them, trying
Mhm.
to do what we call the sentimental drama for those in literature, to tell them to be a little bit careful in what they do. So in the
Mhm.
digital aspect, we have not gone that far of digitalizing our story. We still have one-on-one contact with the children, and we're doing perfectly.
Mhm. Okay. So while waiting for the other, I just like wonder in elementary school, does the students or does the kids they have their own like their own subject for local language or local story? Because generally when I was kid, when I was little, I have the first is I have like riddles, riddles, something like that. So we have something like guessing or like riddles. The so these riddles, it must be learned in local language. In my side is Torajanese. So if you can, basically in second grade or third grade, you will have the kind of lesson we call it Muatan local, or the local subject or local language that they will learn about culture on it. How about in Nigeria? I mean, how is the kids learn at school? Do they have that kind of subject or how is it?
Okay. Thank you for that question. In my language, in my country, in Saint Pain, we do the riddles here. Okay. They start teaching them riddles from nursery school. Okay. That's what we call the kindergarten, the lower level between the age of 0 to 2, before they started entering nursery school, where they can have a little cognitive reasoning. They do riddles. Uh, we have major tribes, the three major tribes here in Nigeria. We have the Igbo, the Hausa, and the Yoruba. Okay, but because we have these three major tribes here in Nigeria, they made it compulsory that you must pass the native language. Okay, like in my university, the way they have GS, General Studies, you must pass the native language, which is Igbo. Okay, no matter how intelligent you are as a student, if you don't pass the indigenous language, which is Igbo, you're not going anywhere. So you
Wow.
must pass that. Yes, you will keep repeating until you pass that. So
Wow.
that is that is it.
It's challenging.
Um, yeah, so it's challenging. So imagine you, who is a
Mhm.
foreigner, and you are in Nigeria, to start
Yeah.
from the 0 point. It becomes an
Uh,
issue because you must
uh,
pass the indigenous language. They made it compulsory that the lecturers in charge of those indigenous language must,
mhm,
on no condition, speak the general
mhm,
language, which is English. So
mhm,
everything must be pure indigenous language. Everything must be indigenized, and you use the word, the language. So that is where they start. So what parents do at the level of primary school, they made
mhm.
it compulsory that no matter how you are fluent in your English language, you must know how to speak the indigenous language. If you are in
Um,
the West, you must learn how to speak it. You're not going to speak it combining both indigenous and English. No. If it's time for
mhm,
you to speak indigenous language, you go purely indigenous. It becomes an
mhm,
offense for you to bring in English. So with that, we still do that. So that is where we do our riddles and the rest of them. For example, let me give you an example of one riddle. Don't mind my Ebola. I will say Mbagaba Ajam Bele, Mbagaba Ajam Gaba Gaba. These are examples of the riddles we have at the workshop. So our core indigenous language is indispensable. We cannot do without it. Well.
hmm. That's very interesting, sir, about that. So I just wonder, I think we have a lot of questions from the floors. Okay,
Okay.
so guys, if you have a questions, you just type unmute yourself and then directly you can ask. So once again, we have Dr. Nicholas Akas here. So Dr. Nicholas Akas have a lot of experience in dancing, as I read his profile just now. Anyway, we have a questions here from one of the student. She wants to ask that how do Nigerians tolerate people of other religions? About tolerance.
Okay. In my country, Nigeria, we are not religious conscious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We welcome people, irrespective of your religion, whether you are Hindu, whether you, whichever one you are, we welcome people
Mm-hmm.
positively. Reason being that you don't know where your help will come tomorrow. That's the
Mm-hmm.
slogan we have here in Nigeria. That you don't know who is
Mm-hmm.
going to help you tomorrow. You don't know who is going to assist you. For example, I, as a person, I never believe I will be a keynote speaker in this conference. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you understand me?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm religious conscious, I don't think we go far. So my country, we don't discriminate people because of religion. No matter
Mm-hmm.
who you are, no matter what you believe in, is your own thing. The world is
Ah.
so digitalized that you have freedom of association, freedom of
Mm-hmm.
religion, freedom of relationship,
Mm-hmm.
freedom of everything. So my country
Mm-hmm.
is not an exception. We tolerate
Mm-hmm.
everybody. We welcome everybody, irrespective of who you are. For example, if I'm invited to Indonesia now, and the religion is different from my own religion, I
Yeah.
all I need to do is somebody to put me through. And once the
Yeah.
person puts me to tell me the rules and regulations guiding their particular religion, who am I? I can easily
Mm-hmm.
adapt and join the religion. That is it.
Mm. Okay. Hello, Wati, do you have any additional comment? Is that clear? So, hello, Wati, do you have any comments? Is that clear?
No, no.
Kenapa hello, Wati?
Iya, tidak ada.
Udah. Okay, thank you, hello, Wati. So, I think I believe the students are really excited, and sometimes, like they try to write down. So, what I can say that majority of them are English literature students, and
Okay.
every semester in second semester they have to teach the kids how to
Okay.
performance like doing storytelling, reading poem, and do drama. And then after that, those kids will do performance in nearby our campus.
So this is kind of activity that sometimes we do in our university. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I want to say, I want to say something. I don't
Yeah.
know, but
Uh-huh.
I'm also a specialist in that area. You know, drama for the
Yeah.
children. Yeah,
Yes.
that's why I
Wow.
said we have we have drama for the children and also with the children. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
in theater for education, we have three different areas in theater for education. We have the dramatic drama, we have children's drama,
Sorry.
we have
Sorry, Nicholas. Sorry, Nicholas. Is it bad? Is it okay if you put, because it will be clear when you
okay,
put
okay,
because
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me now? I said
Okay.
I how I wish I'm in Indonesia. I think I can be of a good help to them because what they are doing is also my area of specialization. You know,
Mm-hmm.
trying to handle the children, teaching
Mm-hmm.
them the drama that will guide them in what they're doing. I said
Mm-hmm.
earlier in children's theater we have three major areas in children's theater. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we have the dramatic area, we have the children's theater, and we have the theater in education. So, being an expert in theater arts and performance, I think I
Mm-hmm.
will be of help to them. At the end of this program, I can submit my email address and also
Yeah.
submit my phone
Yes.
number for further
Yeah.
questioning and assistance. If they need
Yes.
my help, I will be
Yes.
100% available.
Yes. Okay, Nicholas, I am one of the lecturer in my university, and the secretary of my department always done some projects. So we have like annual, every one of the students, like one of the semester. I'm not really sure what kind of the semester, but they are going to do performance. We just did a virtual performance last semester because of the pandemic. So
Okay.
if you don't mind, we would love to to be an invited speaker in for the students for that class if you are able to join.
I'm I'm 100% available. In short,
Yes.
I'm now working for the university. Invite me anytime. I will speak with the
Real.
students. Yeah, I'm
I will.
100%
I will. I
available.
will. We are really excited for the next for the next meeting, online meeting, or you can visit
Like,
Indonesia or you can visit Nigeria. So I think this is the last
schedule.
question from the students. Nicholas,
Okay.
does Nigeria also have many regional languages such as Indonesian? Just let you know that we have like thousands languages, more than like 100,000 like local languages that are in Indonesia, and how is in Nigeria? Maybe you can give us a little bit brief about
Um. Will I say we have a lot of languages here in Nigeria. Maybe it's because of the issue of documentation, because
that.
of what I call the regionalization of research. That's the reason why the outside world are made to believe that the major tribes in Nigeria is only Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. But I
Mhm.
stand as a scholar and also an authority to tell you that beyond these three tribes, we have other languages. We have the
Mhm.
Ishekiri, we have the Ibibio, we have the Delta Igbos, we have different kinds of languages. Even in the
Mhm.
northern part of the country, where we have
Mhm.
Hausas, inside that northern part of the country, there are some languages in different communities that are not same with the original Hausa language. So
Mhm.
the way you have their core minute various languages, that same way it exists here in Nigeria. Okay,
Mhm.
even in
Yeah.
in Igbo language, where you have Igbo as a tribe, inside that
Mhm.
Igbo as a tribe, somebody from Anambra State, for example, his or her own language is different from somebody from Imo State. They cannot
Yeah.
speak the same language, the same Igbo. Somebody
Yeah.
from Delta Igbo, in the same Igbo,
Mhm.
cannot speak the same language with somebody who is from Kwale, who is also an Igbo speaking
Mhm.
part of of
Mhm.
of Igbo language. So we have
Mhm.
different languages. The question now, that's why I said in my presentation, for you to understand any language, try to know the environmental factors surrounding the language. So once you can
Yes.
understand it, then from there you can appreciate
Yes.
the same way you have it in
Yes.
Indonesia, that the same way we have
Yes.
it here in Nigeria. So you have various languages here.
Yes. Wow. I love the words. It's very interesting. We have to, when we want to learn the language, whatever, like, for example, I want to learn Spanish. I have to, because I love, actually, I'm learning now Spanish, estudio español, pero un poco, a little bit Spanish, but that's very important for students who want to learn English. At least they have to be surrounded by English education environment, everything about English, so it will help them to learn English and acquire that language, and even that in local language. Okay, Dr. Nicholas, I think I will give you a little bit moment to give a closing statement related to your presentation for tonight.
I don't have much to say, but I want to appreciate and say big thank you to the organizers of these seminars to conference for finding me worthy to be among the keynote presenter. Okay. And also I hope there will be a certificate of presentation as a keynote presenter. Okay. I hope there's okay. So in a nutshell, I want to say I'm 100% available to contribute my own quarter of knowledge to the University of Indonesia anytime, any day. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much from our deep heart from Indonesia. And it is a wonderful opportunity for us and English literature students and also our English students here who join us. And right now also we have the English department, the head of English department. I hope si Ibu Jumaria, Dr. Jumaria Jamarin still with us. Okay, so our head of English and literature department also listen to you right now. And it will be a great opportunity and really excited to invite you for the next session. And inshallah, I will talk this planning to the secretary of the English department as well. So yeah, okay, I'm listening, Ibu, the head of our English and literature department. Say hi to you. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, and also the participants, thank you also for the questions, especially from Helawati and also Halisa. Thank you to the committee, English and Literature Student Association, a collaboration with Masika IJIIS or Majelis Sinergi Kelam, Ikatan Cendekiawan Muslim, and also, of course, with our beloved Head of English and Literature Department, Ibu Dr. Jumaria Jamaring, MPhum, that already joined us. And I would like to read one of the wonderful quotes in order to summary what we already talked about this evening. The most essential and fundamental aspect of culture is the study of literature, since this is as an education by Iris Murdoch. So it is agree with what Nicholas said, and as Nicholas said that he is available. Jadi teman-teman, Bapak Nicholas Akas available ketika teman-teman mau consult about drama, dance, or any literature. So you are free to contact him to consult. He really eager to help us in order to improve our skills in literature. So before we close, we will have a virtual group photo.
Okay.
Yes, okay, and we will send it to your WhatsApp by the committee. Okay. Teman-teman panitia silakan diberikan aba-aba untuk teman-teman yang lain supaya kita siap-siap untuk ambil foto. Ya, silakan. Adakah yang ingin memberikan aba-aba? Mary, mana Mary? Mary, where are you, Mary?
Halo. Ya.
Teman-teman yang masih nonaktifkan fotonya, silakan.
Kameranya, silakan menyalakan kameranya kembali. Please open your camera.
Ya. Please open
All
your
of the
camera.
participants.
You wanna see how handsome and beautiful you are, guys. Ya, silakan Himabsi, Zaki, Nengfar, silakan teman-teman. Yuk, buka kameranya, kita foto bareng. Supaya nanti kalau ada di grup itu, fotonya teman-teman ada.
Okay.
Okay.
I will
Yeah.
take a picture. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wait.
Okay. So just happy pictures. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Nicholas Akas. We are waiting for the next session, and thank you all the amazing participants for.
Okay.
Huh?
So am I free to go now?
Yes, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Wassalamualaikum
Thank you.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We will contact you.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ya, terima
Thank
kasih
you.
ya,
Thank you.
panitia
Thank
untuk
you,
undang
ma'am.
saya di
Thank you, Mr. Akas.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and good afternoon, Mr. Nicholas Akas.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I'm going now.